ASAP. ASAP. All right, we about to go live, man. It's about to go down. Actually,
Let's
we
get
are
it,
live. I'm
man.
talking about about to go live.
It's
We
about to
are
go
we
live.
are
It's crazy.
live, but I'm trying.
Oh, you went out. Oh, you went a little earlier today, huh?
No, but just a minute to get the people in.
Okay.
Just a minute. That's all they get is a minute. Cause you know, if you ain't in it, you ain't in it. But you only got a minute. Let me go live. Let me see.
If you ain't in it, you ain't in it because you only got a minute. It's crazy.
You only got a minute. Oh man. Oh, there we are. There we are. There we be. All right, guys. If you're coming into the show live right now, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, and let people know that y'all on here, you know, because we're gonna be talking to y'all too. You know what I'm saying? So do a brother favor and let everybody know that we're here. Yeah, share, and like. Y'all know.
Hey man, tell everybody, man.
Say, man. You know.
Old players, man. They say, hey, old players say, hey man, say, man, tell everybody, man.
Right. Watch.
Yeah. They don't talk like that no more.
Right. See if I can put that on there. Do we got a delay? I don't know.
No.
Who's in the house? Let us know when you're in the house. Give us some thumbs up. Let us know that y'all here. All right. Because, you know, we like to recognize everybody that comes on the show. We like to let y'all. Oh, man, I don't like the separate. There it is. Now, sometimes if I've shared with y'all each month, each Thursday that we're here, that we live, you know, be nice, be patient with us. I mean, we just, you know, want to see if we can get y'all to, you know, come in. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Don't be no buttholes about it. That's all, man. And we appreciate y'all. So hope our time is right. So the countdown is on, y'all. We're gonna get started in about 30 seconds. You know what I mean? So get your peoples, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see what the title is about. You know, you guys been in online relationships, you know, we're gonna talk some stuff. It's about to go down. So thanks for the congratulations for the show, for the great show. I appreciate you guys. I'm getting a text now. You know what I'm saying? Come to the show. I'm gonna be talking to me while I'm on the daggone show. Y'all know I'm live. Y'all playing. Why y'all playing? For real, dog. They be knowing I'm live or whatever, and then they'll hit me up or whatever. Nobody talks to me until it's time to go live. What's up with that? I don't know, man.
That's crazy.
I know, but it's all good. It's all love. But if you're in the house, hit us in the chat. Go ahead and say something. Let us know that y'all here, you know, because we're going to be discussing the topics with you guys. And of course, we want to know your opinions each and every time. You know what I mean? It's about y'all. It's not about us. It's about y'all. Well, it's about me too, but no, so it's about all of us. All right. You ready, fat boy?
I'm ready, man.
There we go. Ahead and get this popping, you know. And y'all continue to share, and then also hit us in chat. Let us know. Give us some thumbs up. Let us know that y'all here. All right. Let's get it going, man. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Ooh. What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Reasons, y'all. When y'all give us y'all opinions of the topics that we're talking about today, it's your boy Fuel in the house.
Fat Boy in the building. You already know what type time we on. We are here.
What's up? What's up with it, man? If you guys are in here, hit us in the chat. Just let us know that y'all here. Let us know that y'all, and comment. You know what I'm saying? We need y'all to comment on what we talking about today. All right, man. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it, dog. You ready?
Let's get it, man. What you got for me today?
Man, we're talking about modern love. We're talking about modern love. I gotta have a little video or something, you know what I'm saying? To kind of get people, what we're talking about. Oh, wait, real quick. Who'll shout out? Oh, Carrie's in the house. What's up? Thanks, Carrie, for hollering out. If you guys are in the chat, hit us up. Let us know that y'all here. Thanks for tapping in, Carrie. Appreciate you. And then if you guys are live on Facebook also, you can get comments there or whatever. We'll get it as well. So we're talking about modern love, navigating, and I got a video. Navigating relationships in a digital age. Is swiping right really helps? Is it really helping us find love or wasting our time? Is the question. Should I shoot the video first?
Show it, man. I want to see what you got.
All right. Well, this is just like the young lady's opinion so far. This is young lady's opinion. Let's see. Let me see. I know, right? Let me see what she's saying here. Let's see what she's saying here. Let's go.
Going to trigger you and what you think is true about love. All right. I'm ready to step into it and own it. I'm ready to be hated. All right. Here's the comment section. So much you hate me for what I'm going to say. Online relationships are real relationships, particularly if they are romantically based. Okay, I said it. Do you hate me? Do you think an online relationship is a real relationship? I'm here to tell you it is. That love is energy. Doesn't matter if it's in the physical or not. It's something very real. But I'm here to help that energetic pivot as a psychic medium that I am, which is to remind you this, that at some point, every online relationship, don't care if it's long distance or in the same town, needs to step into the physical. And if that person that you're having that online relationship doesn't actually do the walk to step into your life, then you need to kibosh things immediately. Doesn't serve your highest good. It's keeping you stuck from meeting the right person. Ooh, that might trigger you too. You can let me know in the comments. I'm just gonna end this video with a quick little story, all right, about a reading that.
All right. What do you think, dog? I think one of the things, you know what I hate to do? I hate when I say, what do you think? And then I give my opinion. I mean, what do you think? And then I go into it. No, go ahead, dog. Go ahead. So what do you think?
Go ahead. What was going to say?
Well, I was going to say she do have a point of, the relationship, finding someone online and stuff like that. But you have a certain amount of time with that person before you can figure out, you know what I'm saying? Like that ain't the person for you, and that's kind of like what I get from what you're saying. Yes, you can find, true love. I've had, relatives and even like you see Lyft, he has found his girl online, his wife, matter of fact, online, you know what I mean? So I think it can be both a positive and a negative thing, you know what I'm saying? So it could be a waste of time for at some point, but being that's the only way right now to communicate or find someone, which is going to be a lot easier now than just kind of like going to the grocery stores or just being out and about, gas station or whatever, and talking to them. It's a little bit easier, to do so. But if you're actually dating them online and you're not getting anywhere, you're not, you're taking months and months to see that person. I don't think it's, I think it's a waste of time, because once you see that person or whatever, you genuinely get around that person, you might not even like them. Or the thrill might be gone or whatever, So I did, I did agree with that as far as like, finding someone and giving it an amount of time to realize that it ain't going to be nothing, because you have some people that are swindlers online and stuff like that or whatever. So, I don't see it 100% wasting your time, but That's my opinion. Go ahead, dog. What you say?
I think to answer the question and then to comment on the video, I'll do it separate. To answer the question, I think that dating in general has pivoted, right? It has basically it has gotten bigger and smaller at the same time, in the sense of there's more apps and more ever apps to date, right? However, the dating pool is shrinking far as the people who are really wanting to be in a relationship. And I think that she made a great, now to the video, I think she made a great point about not only making a time and giving them a time limit, but understanding that if that person doesn't make the decision to bring that relationship from the social media or the internet or the dating platforms to the real forefront, they don't want to meet. I don't care if you live in another state or you live in another city. If they don't want to link up, then you are selling yourself short. I also want to kind of get into, essentially what our topic, essentially elaborate more on our topic as well, in the sense of that I think it's in online dating, what has happened is I think that everyone has become a monolithic. No one is necessarily authentic. We talk about this all the time. Like, we talk about this off camera, we clown. Like, you can go on social media and every woman says the same thing, right? Life partner, marriage, all of these things, consistency, and everything's a monolithic. But what I've noticed is where things could begin to waste time, or people begin to waste time, is, we talked about this maybe 3 weeks ago, is people come in with their own set expectations on these dating apps, right? They go into these dating apps, they go on these dating platforms, and they weren't really getting real success in the dating world, right? And so they went to the dating platform, and on this dating platform, they can set a level of expectation. They can paint a picture, or they can say who they are. And this is for men and women, right?
Right.
They can only show or only choose to show the things that make them appealing, right? However, what I realize is once you start to begin to date, or you begin to get intimate, the traumas of their past start to show up, right? Because there's a level of expectation that comes. There's a level of, well, the last guy did these things, the last girl did these things. And I think that's where it could become a waste of time, because I think that on dating apps, people aren't talking about why their standard is their standard, and I think it shows up when you meet in person, right? So we coming in, you see this, so for me, you'll see a beautiful woman, and she has these standards. It's because she's healed and she's grown, but really, it's because she's still broken off the last situation. Or just her
Come up to your mic a little bit more.
Can you hear me? I'm sorry. Or just our relationship with men. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
All right. Just our relationship with men. So I think that the video makes a great point in the sense of coming out and bringing it to the forefront. But I wanted to address it in the sense of, to avoid wasting time, let's unpack a lot more things before we even get on these dating apps, right? Because I think that Black Liz says this the best, like, and until you're a good single, you can't be a good couple. And I think that what I've noticed, men and women, right? I got my stuff together. I'm at this point in my life. I'm ready for a relationship, and it's like that's not really the case. And I think that we got to really start addressing that. Like, just because you want to be a wife don't mean you're a wife. Just because you want to be a husband don't mean you're a husband. Just because you want to be a boyfriend don't mean you're a boyfriend and vice versa, right? And I think that we all need to be accountable and also be honest with ourselves, right? And say, hey, am I ready? So right now, like I'm single, right? And we talked about poly last week, and I'm open with different types of relationship because I'm a single man, but not just because I'm a single man, but because I'm being honest with myself. I'm being honest about my appetite. I'm being honest about where I'm gonna be, right? I'm not trying to put on a facade of saying I'm like everyone else. I'm not, right? And you're not, and they're not, right? And your singular approach is, one singular approach is not for everybody, right? And I think that in the dating world, what I'm starting to see is where it becomes, especially in the digital world and online, where it becomes an issue is everybody comes with this false pretense of what a relationship is or what it looks like or what they're not going to take because of what they went through their past relationship.
Okay. So let's give some and I don't know if you can. I mean, because you've had examples. I mean, you got the positive and then you got the negative, of course. What is some of the examples that we can use to help people navigate online dating a little bit better than, just the norm, you know what I'm saying? As far as, what is it that we can help navigate? Or, well, matter of fact, hold on. I did have something. Hold on.
While you look it up and pull it up, I would just say 2-3 things. Be honest with yourself, right? Number one.
Okay.
Do a self-inventory. And then finally,
hold on a second. Go ahead.
State your intentions from the beginning. State your intentions from the beginning. That's what I would say.
Okay.
But however, or shall I say, not but, however, I'm starting to realize that you can state your intentions from the beginning. It still will be misinterpreted due to feelings. And what I've learned, you all, is that all of this stuff is semantics once emotions are involved, right? All of this, how it's supposed to go, it just doesn't go that way. No matter how honest you are, no matter how upfront you are, and I'm not telling anyone to not be honest, right? I'm just going to let you know that transparency and vulnerability doesn't always mean that things are going to go through smooth. But I would say start with that so you can always have a go back point to say, hey, I said this, right? You do remember I did say this. Well, you did. But what I've learned too, also with that, is when you say that, you have to act accordingly. I have a bad thing of I'm going to continue to tell you, but I'm going to vibe with you. But what I realize is even with the consistency, right? Consistency makes a woman fall in love, or makes a person fall in love, or makes a person grow fond, right? And if you are not trying to necessarily go to the next level, or you're navigating, or you focusing on self, which is okay, people. I want y'all to know that it's okay to be focused on yourself and not be ready to jump into a relationship. Then you can say, hey, this is where I'm at. But as you start to date these people, that's going to go out the window. As you start to go on these dates, they're going to start to like you. They're going to start to care for you more. And they're going to start to want to be with you. And if you're on the phone consistently, if you're hanging out with them consistently, those feelings will grow. And then you put yourself in a situation. And I end up in a lot of those situations often. Yeah. And what I've learned is now, like, I've gotten rid of all the date naps. Because I'm honestly, if I meet a girl in traffic or something like that, that's cool. But for the most part, I'm cool. I'm really trying to get to me. I got some things that I want to knock off my list. If I meet a young lady that's dope and she with it, she vibing, I'm cool with that as well. However, I am still exploring the poly as well. I do want to know what that's like.
Back to the poly.
You know what I'm saying? No, but for real. And not like I say, and not.
Let me. This will be a good question then. Okay, now would you, for instance, say, for instance, okay, that's your thing that you want to try to see about or experience or whatever the case may be. So when you go online to go on dating, do you actually let that be known from
So well,
there?
this is something new. So when I was on
I
online dating,
know.
I was not thinking about poly.
No, I know you wasn't then. I'm just saying, like,
But
would that be the case like now though? It's kind of like, would you advertise that, or would you try to feel
I
the person out that you're first talking to try to feel
I
that
would
person out
most
and then
likely.
see. Mhm.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but to answer your question, I would most likely join a dating platform for poly. Right, I'm pretty
Oh,
sure there's one out there.
so
Right,
everybody,
I
so
would
so
definitely.
so it
So
wouldn't be
everybody
no
kind of
question.
knows what's on. Ain't no
Wouldn't be
because
no
what I'm
question.
also noticing after last week, I'm
Gotcha.
glad we had last week because everybody is not ready for that topic, right? And
Right,
everybody's not open to that, and that's okay, right? Everybody is. Most people are into traditional monogamous marriages, and that
right.
can offend people, right? Which is
Hmm,
which is
hmm.
okay, which is okay because people are entitled to their opinions and to how they feel, right? And I'll
Right.
never come on
Hmm.
here and say that they're not.
Right.
However, so am I, right? I'm entitled to, and so I learned that I wouldn't even go. I learned from last week that I wouldn't even go into the regular dating community, right? I would venture into the poly community and see what that's like, learn the etiquettes of that community, to really learn about what's going on, because I wouldn't, I wouldn't just be like Poly Nation all over my dating page, my profile page on my
Right.
on my dating
Right.
app.
Right.
It wouldn't be Poly Nation or nothing like that. And but it's
So
so
there
safe.
is actually. So you're saying there is
I'm pretty
actually
sure of it. I
a
know
site
for sure. I know
where.
it's a community. I know it's a
Oh
community.
yeah.
I've seen it on the. It's a whole way. It's a couple websites actually.
Oh,
It's a
interesting.
thing.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's a thing. I was telling
Yeah.
people like I was telling Alex today like he was like, no, that's an AI. That ain't two women. I'm like, nah, bro, that's two women. G. That's he got
No
two women. He
stuff.
got and these two girls are these other two girls I follow. They their third wife.
No. Oh,
So they
really?
done been through wives already.
Oh, wow.
But
Yeah.
they fourth wife. I'm sorry, that's their fourth sister wife.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what about like the deceit though? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to digital, dating, when it comes to online dating, like, what about the deceit? You know what I'm saying?
Like
The
catfishing.
yeah, the misled, being misled and stuff like that, especially how to recognize when you are being misled. I was a friend of mine, that I talked to. She told me about a situation today, to where of course, I mean, and we've heard this story before. You see the person finally, you know what I'm saying? And once you see that person, they're either shorter to catfish you or basically, you know what I'm saying, don't look like what they say they look like. Then you have the scammers also online, that type of thing or whatever, How do you recognize that? Like, shouldn't it be some sort of uh communication as to, like, because you got WhatsApp now, you have FaceTime now. These things are the things that you should be trying to use, or they're these tools or whatever, if you're going to go digital. I mean, if you're going to go online, I don't know why I call it just digital,
I
the
never
digital age.
I've never experienced a catfish, man. I usually go after regular people anyway. I think that only happened when people be dating outside a league and trying to, go for something that I just nothing. Never mind. That's how that started. But I've never.
I think it may have happen
I've
more
never.
so for women than it does for the men. I think,
Men get
because
catfished
the
all
guys,
time.
the guys will catfish the women more than the women would catfish a guy. I think that's my opinion, but it might be. Let us know in the comments if I'm wrong. Holler at me, let us know. But if I say this, if someone gives excuses, as to being seen, you know, online when you're dating or doing online dating, and if you're going to be talking to that person for, I don't care if it's a month, a month or two or whatever, you should be able to see that person, and there's no really real good excuse for you not to be able to
I'm
when you
pulling
have
up.
when you have the technology now, you have videos, even on the dating apps that you have has a video where you can be secure at contacting that person by video, without them having your information. You know what I'm saying? They have stuff like that now. You know what I mean? So if a person's not trying to see you on there or whatever, and they give you an excuse, oh, I'm in such and such, I'm in a bad area every time, then that's not the person. You know what I mean? If they're also like, talking about how much they'll help you and rich they are and money they're going to spend and all this stuff or whatever. And then, they say, oh, well, I can get you such and such if you can do this.
If you send me 250.
You're right. You send me 250 and you keep 200 of it and give me 50 back, but you got to go get a gift card or whatever, all that bull crap. Delete
if
that.
You fall for that, you
fall. But you have people that fall for, especially the older age, because they don't really know. You know what I'm saying? It is an age thing where they don't really know that that's what's going on. So they just thinking they found love. They found, their true person online or whatever, because that person done wooed them and let them hear, told them anything that they wanted to hear or whatever to make them feel good or whatever. So, so those are things I think you have to watch out.
I'm gonna give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
Just recently, because it's a point I'm making. Just recently, an NFL football player was just indicted because he scammed 3 women out of $100,000 each.
Whoa!
Right,
uh-huh.
But this is why I say this was
online. But online.
No, he never. I guess he was meeting them, but I think it was all through online. But I think he was messing with them too, though. So I think it was in person and online, so he's seen them. But this is the point I'm making. Because, once again, standards, idea of a man, he was able to finesse them by saying, you send me $100,000, I'll send you some money when my amortization check comes from the NFL.
Oh, wow.
So
and people actually fall for that, man.
That's
crazy.
The thing. Because I was just telling my friend this: beware of anybody that say they're gonna pay for everything or take care of everything. Beware, unless it's your folks. You get what I'm saying? Or unless you meet someone they look solid, but beware of it. You gotta be smart, because he was able to get away with it because he's an NFL player, and if he got 100,000, they believe in what they see,
exactly,
right? And not really getting cold hard facts. First of all, the first thing I would have did before I sent 100,000 anywhere was found out if that was even a thing.
Oh yeah, and
we got Google. We got Google. There's nowhere in the world you should be getting scammed.
Exactly.
Like going to the store getting gift cards, and if this person got this job, ain't nobody froze their bank account. And if they did, they would not be on no social media app telling you, especially if they trying to get to know you. I'm just being honest. So use your street smarts and think through it. Be logical about it.
Yeah. What's up, Moms? Mom's in the house. Rob's in the house. What's up? Mom said, wait, what? And then she said, if he is in the NFL, he doesn't need my money. That part is true.
Yeah, but this is the thing. This is the thing, Mama. What I'm seeing is that because they still sack chasing. And because they were sack chasing and thought because he was an NFL player, he had the money. But what they don't know is NFL players don't make a lot of money on pension. You said, hold on.
You said the women are sack chasing?
Yeah. So basically, they got this NFL.
I can't see it being a woman sack chasing. If she's got $100,000, what is she sack chasing for?
Because
to even just get to somebody. I mean, this
is what I'm trying to say. Is because she thinks she hit a lick.
Okay.
I got this NFL player. I'm gonna send this $100,000. He's gonna send me $250,000. If I had this NFL player, why am I sending him $100,000? That's what my mama said. But if you know, first of all, retired Tom Brady, the NFL has a cap off what they pay people on their pension. So Tom Brady only made $250,000 a year on pension. And that's he's a tier, go by tiers. So this player wasn't in a certain, he's only in a certain tier. So by his tier, he probably only make about $55,000 to $75,000 a year on pension, right? But because she thought he was an NFL player, he was looking good from the last girl money he took and bought the Benz and Bentley he had, and he made it look good. That's what I meant. So she thought, oh, it's nothing. He got a bunch of money, but she's not paying attention. Because she's more paying attention to the prestige of the NFL player and not the hard bottom line of what the hell is going on. So yes, she's sack chasing because she may not necessarily be chasing the sack of his money, right? But she's taking the prestige or the status, right, of dating this kind of player.
Yeah, I can get.
Which
I can see that,
makes you which makes you not think logically. You start thinking emotionally. And once you start thinking emotionally, you send 100,000 through a wire to a nigga that who ain't Tom Brady.
Right. Yeah.
You feel me?
Like, yeah, and I guess it can work in both, you know,
situations. It's happening to men and women.
Exactly.
It's happening to men and women all the time. I just use that as an example. I was just using that to the point to kind of double down on the point I made earlier. How sometimes our expectations and our standards could lead us into some trouble because we not being realistic, and we're not paying attention to what's going on,
especially on online dating.
Especially in online dating, especially when you sending wires, especially when you ain't being with a person, right? You gotta start to filter out what's real and what's fake.
Do you and this is for you guys that's watching too, and want to comment. Do you ever think that it's just a waste of time online? Because, you know, online dating, is it a waste of time?
I don't think so. I think like my young dude say, hoop. You know, like my young dude say, man, just go out there and hoop. I think it's just another avenue for you to learn.
Hold on, is that a new saying? What is it? Hoop?
Hoop.
Hoop.
Go outside and hoop. HOOP.
I never heard that one.
Shoot your shot.
yeah.
Shoot your shot. And I think that's just another avenue to learn how to shoot your shot. I think honestly, you want me to be real honest? People starting to take dating way too serious. People start jumping into dating and want to get married in the next 7 months, and it's getting out of hand, y'all. Y'all gotta grow up. I get it, but no, right? It's getting out of hand.
You think so?
It's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. You need to listen, and this is something that I learned from my past relationship. You need to get to know people. You really need to get to know people, like really, like you. And you not. I don't care what people talking about. You can ask 1,000 dates. A lot of stuff don't come out until you under pressure, till you lose a job, right?
Yeah.
You feel me? Till you can't communicate properly. Then you know who you seeing. When it's roses, it's cute. I'm pulling up in the Bentley. We going to get food. Yeah. Anybody could fall in love with that. But then you find out he a cheater or your woman beater or vice versa. She got the big boobs and the big butt. Then you find out she a whore.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just being honest because
right.
Because I think we gotta stop. We are letting social media and we letting people ruin dating. Let this thing be organic. Because what I learned is it's a turnoff to me. Once you start trying to force it, it's like you're trying to push it for you to feel good about yourself because I'm comfortable. And what
about just natural? Just when you say comfortable, what about when people has a natural, you know, reaction, you know, everything is just clicking or whatever. I mean, do you wait until something goes bad to figure out if that person is still down with you, or you know what I'm saying? Do you roll with the punches? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you got to be in a relationship enough to see like if this person is going to be for you or not. You know what I mean? What if what if you find somebody like that? You know that this person's a good person, and even if you've been talking for a while, you know what I'm saying? If y'all been talking for a while and you kind of know that person, and y'all decide to be in a relationship or whatever, I mean, it can go bad just the same.
All of it can go to bad. I agree.
Yeah.
I just feel like I think that there has been a rush on not just commitment, just a rush on the idea of commitment, and people are not ready for what comes with that. People are emotionally ready for it because it's not always going. I repeat, people, it is not always going to be. I don't care if they got all the money. I don't care if they the most gorgeous ever. Y'all are going to disagree, and that I will keep stressing this. That is when your relationship begins.
That's when you're saying it's tested. That's
all that other stuff, and that's what the 5 love language books talks about. All that other stuff is what they call a honeymoon phase. Until you get into a pivotal argument, a pivotal disagreement, that is when your relationship changes, and either changes for the better or for the worse. Because when you guys meet that intersection, most people aren't emotionally developed for that, because they're in a rush to get into something that they think is going to be rosy. Yes, we laugh. Yes, we clown. Yes, we cool as hell. But when we disagree, how are we going to react? How are we going to move forward from that? And that is the relationship. That is what you need to be talking about. That is what you need to. How do you react under pressure? What was your? If you want to really ask real questions, these are some of the questions you need to ask, right? However, these things happen authentically, right? And I say that through my experience, right? I didn't know the man I was. I didn't know the work that I needed until I met obstacles in a relationship, and I realized I shut down in certain places. I realized that I didn't speak in certain places. But then I also realized that my partner was doing what they were doing. But most important, what I learned out of all that is the only person I could have controlled was me. And that was probably my biggest thing, because now moving forward, I can set my standard, not for what society says a man's supposed to be, not what my friends say it is, but I can say what I like, what I don't like, what I can take, the woman I need to create a space, or I don't need that.
Yeah, but a lot of people, I think, at least in my opinion, I think a lot of people, because a lot of people don't ask enough questions up front. You know, a lot of people
ask too much questions.
Yeah, no. Sometimes, I mean, there's questions that you know that you want to ask, or that you know that you need to talk to someone about. Say, for instance, even if it's your health, you know what I mean? If your health, if you have a bad, something going on, don't wait until I'm with you, and then you throw this at me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of like don't know what was going on with you or whatever before. Now I got to take on that. I have to have that choice. So do I want to stay with this person because of that then, after we just spent all this time together and not knowing? It's a lot of things when it comes to online dating that a lot of people don't ask, because like you said, they're looking for the quick fix. They're looking for the quick, person to care and love and stuff like that. But I think if you actually talking to that person and asking those important questions that you need up front, and can tell, your own intuition to be able to tell you if that person's being honest and truthful, you know what I mean? And sometimes you can ask something just out of the way just to test them. And see, if this person is real good for me or not, you know what I'm saying, that type of thing, or can I handle this, about this person, and I think that's what a lot of people fail to do, because I know myself, whatever, I'm gonna ask you everything, anything or whatever. I mean, if you feel like, oh, it's too soon, or I don't really know you, so okay, well, that's what I'm trying to get to know. I'm trying to get to know you, and if this is a part of you, then it's me, a part of me getting to know you. You know what I mean? What's up, Nick? Nick's in the house. Mom said, to me, I love the old-fashioned way of dating and courting. Dating online is too much for me. Oh, yeah, and it's the old-fashioned way though is
old-fashioned.
It's old-fashioned, and it's hard to come by.
No, it ain't. I disagree. I see beautiful women in the grocery store all the time.
Exactly, you see them, but they don't mean
together.
No, you see beautiful women.
Single.
Yeah, you see beautiful women in the store, and they're single, whatever. And most of them, they're still guarded. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you know, you come up to a you go approach a woman in the store. She's gonna looking at you like, you know, who is this and why you talking to me or whatever. They're not looking like, oh, that's a nice man, a gentleman come up here and try to holler at me. They don't look at it like that.
But you got like my youngins say, you gotta hoop.
You gotta hoop.
That's the thing.
Hey, I'm not
gonna
gonna
shoot your shot.
Man,
that's the thing. That is what I think. That's what I've learned about this thing. That is what dating
so that's it's enough. Well, I can't say it's a number game.
Getting it wrong, getting it right, meeting a person that you okay, she had a little boom, going over here, figuring it out. Boom, and then you meet someone, because when you meet that person, that's your person. You I know this is my person. Yeah. She listen, this is space. You get what I'm saying? You know exactly what you want because you have the experience.
But I agree. If you look at it, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game just the same. It is a numbers game just the same. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's still also when you meet them in person or whatever, it can be embarrassing as well. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different thing. So that's why a lot of people don't talk to people, you know, genuinely, like you said, like Mom said, the old fashioned way, is because, you know, you're looking at that person up and down and judging them before you even really talk to them. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, and just basically it's a numbers thing. So if you, like you said, somebody going to shoot their hoop, they probably have to holler at probably like 50 women, just like you have to swipe 50 women on the daggone digital thing. It's just the same. It's a numbers game.
Shoot your shot, though. It's like Steph Curry shoots 1,000 shots, y'all. Steph Curry is the best. Steph Curry is one of the best. Is probably the best shooter all times, and he shoots 1,000 shots damn near a day.
True. Yeah. Nick said lust. No, she said online dating. She said online dating will get you killed. Catfish.
No, for real.
It can. I mean, that's why we're talking about it, Nick, because we're talking about, you know, is it really helping you find love, or is it wasting our time or whatever? So it can be real tricky, you know. But then I still say it can go either way. If you meet a stranger, it can be still, you know, it can still be tricky, you know. What'd you say, Nick? Here, let me put it. You was laughing. You have to say hello, Fuel. Grown women have things on their mind at the grocery store. Your hello can make her day. Shoot your shot. Okay, Mom. but Mom, you're one out of probably like 100.
All of them, G. All of them. You'll be shocked.
No.
And like my youngsters, I've been watching.
No. Mom's is one out of 100 people that probably would accept the person to speak to them or whatever at a grocery store.
You'll be shocked. That girl,
everybody ain't like that. And you know what I'm saying? Everybody is not okay with that or whatever, because, you know, you do have a lot of lunatics out here as well that messes it up for the good people. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You know, you're rare. You're a rare breed, Mom.
Shoot your shot. No.
Shoot your shot. I know, right? Nick said, I did hear they have a club of folks with money, and you have to fit the criteria to get in to date. What? You have to show proof of income and qualify to get in. What was that, Nick? Talk to us. Where was that? What do you mean you heard about that? Where was that? What club was this? They have a club with folks like with money like that. What? Come on, man. I mean, that you going in that club already on the wrong note. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. That's why it's all farce. I honestly think
new way of dating. I haven't heard.
No, I think that dating is over with. I agree that you date a business. I think a marriage is a business, and you date a partner who's going to get you to success. However, I think when you put monetary value on anything, it is very shaky. I think that, especially in today's day, how people go crazy for chicken. I think. I mean,
if you're going into a club or whatever, and you have to show your income or what you're making or whatever in order to be in this club, I mean, you're already starting off on the wrong. You know what I mean? Even though you want to be, if you want to be with like people, you know what I'm saying, a female that maybe make money as much as you make money type of thing or whatever. It's because the money thing, man, is always going to be a problem. I think the money thing is going to be a problem. You know what I mean? Because now you have, you know, someone that has this certain arrogance because they make money, you know what I mean? And then you got to deal with this other person that you're with because she makes money, you know what I mean? And y'all probably fighting to be who's the boss or who's the head of the household type of shit. I don't know. I think that's a way that's not, I don't know. I can't get it. I don't get it. No. But,
I mean, this is how I feel, man.
Yeah.
To each his own, y'all. She said it was on the radio, and it's an online dating group, and you have to subscribe. I don't know what the name of it is. I'm pretty
that's
sure.
All right. I don't want to know.
Sure
I don't care.
I listen. I tell you just to listen to my men who want to be known for their wallet. Shout out to you. To my women who, you know, shout out to all y'all, man. Shout out to everybody on how y'all prefer to date. I don't prefer to date that way. And I'm cool with because I create my own motion anyway.
Yeah.
I'm cool with working on myself and getting to where I want. But I always tell people once I get there, then it's slim pickings. Because now you gotta meet a criteria for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you ain't coming in here for free.
Yeah. I'm with Nick. Yeah. That is a group of destruction. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I mean, can you imagine going in there with, I don't know. It just, I can't even see myself. I'd rather just, like you said, if I'm gonna go in a club, be genuine with person and meet them, you know, the normal way, like Mom said, the old fashioned way, and get to know that person or whatever, and not because of what their pockets have. You know, if I was single, I would be outside and I have him find me face to face.
I'll shoot my shot. I'll take a Gone Red. I'm all that. I'm good with it. I used to be so like, you know, shallow, you know, afraid about it. It's okay. Because this is my thing. You see me here and you met me there. You missing. I've always feel like, and this, I've told some of the most gorgeous women is, you had your chance. Like, if you don't see it now, that's fine. Because later you're going to look up like, oh, that guy tried to. You know,
with all the horror stories and the negative stuff that you may hear about online, do you think that more people will, or more guys will holler at women outside of the dating pool?
I think men are afraid of rejection. Men are afraid to hoop.
The new age,
the new age. Men are afraid to hoop, man. And
I'm not afraid to look. I'm not afraid to holler at nobody like at a store or anything like that or whatever, but it has to be a contact, you know what I'm saying? It's like we got to have eye contact or whatever. So it's, you know, a woman has to some kind, you know, you meet somebody, they've already invited you with their eyes.
So you said you want,
you know what I mean?
You need choosing signals.
You know what I'm saying? I need to know that it's okay to come and holler at you. You know what I'm saying? Because you looked at me and shit, you know what I'm saying?
It depends on, so sometimes I'm shy, but if what I've been realizing is it don't hurt now. And I really took this from the youngster. Like, I've been watching, I've been listening to it, but it just don't hurt. It ain't nothing but a no or a yes. And this is what I'm learning too. And I've learned this just in my experience. It's all repetition. So the next time you meet, like he'll say, next time you meet a beautiful woman, you ain't gonna stumble on that rebuttal. You get what I'm saying? Your game gonna be sharp. You're gonna be able to be like, oh, hey, how you doing? What's your name? Oh, what you doing here? Oh, where you from? You're going to be able to have a real conversation in 5 minutes, get all the things you need to know, and you're going to be able to spin that thing right back to getting that number.
Well, so you got that characteristic type of
I'm charismatic. Yeah.
Yeah, to where, you know what I'm saying, where without the intentions, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes until you can kind of see that, oh, okay,
he's shooting his shot. Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so you can be like hollering like, hey, you know, what's up, queen, or whatever. She'd be like, oh, what's up, king? And then that opens it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
You know, what you doing into today? What you doing into today? And then, you know what I'm saying? So some people have that characteristic. Everyone don't. Everyone's is kind of like focused on, ooh, I like her. Ooh, hey, let me holler. Hey, give me your number. You know what I'm saying? But when you talk to her, like say, for instance, how you do, it's kind of like, you know, genuinely, you know, seeing how you doing or whatever. And then, you know, if she look like she's giving a little vibe, then you go in.
Oh, yeah.
Then you go in. You dribble first, and then you wait, and then you take the shot.
Yeah. See, you get it.
You get it, dog.
Yeah,
That's
get your
funny.
drill. You gotta stare the defense down to see what crossover score. Okay.
Exactly.
Or you might cross
Right.
over and think you got by the defender and you get your shit blocked.
Exactly. Nigga come from the other aisle and shit. Hey, nigga.
Okay, cool. That's okay.
Exactly.
All jokes aside,
Mhm.
I think that to just because we gotta get to history back to tighten this up, I think my online dating is the new dating area, right? It's the new dating platform. However, I think that to avoid wasting your time, I think that you should shoot your shot outside as well. I think that you shouldn't. I think people shouldn't solely depend on online dating. I think you should go outside and get some rejection. I think you should go outside and learn how to chop it up. I was last year, and I'm gonna get out of here off this. Last year, I was in a skating ring with my daughters. Beautiful woman, and I was staring the whole time, and I just masked up the courage to go say something. And I asked her her name, I asked her where she's from, and I was like, "Is there any way I could?" Because I'm kind of nervous, timid, because I got my daughters over here. It's a whole lot of other stuff going on, so I'm trying to get this done, but I'm watching over here as well. So,
right.
I'm trying to get it, but I'm timid. So I'm shooting my shot. She vibing a little bit. I get a little closer. She vibing a little bit. And I was like, can I get your number, your Instagram or something? She was like, well, my daughter has my phone. I was like, I'll wait for you to get it, right? A rebuttal. And she's like, oh, no, I didn't want her to see it. And you know what I did? I said, I understand. It was just a pleasure meeting you. It was a very beautiful sister. And I pimped off. But what happened, what happened was, when I left, I didn't feel defeated. I was like, boy, you stumbled. You did this wrong. You did this wrong. And moving forward, don't do that. Do this. You learn,
right? Yeah. It was a learning thing.
You feel what I'm saying? So you learn, right. And now I dribble and shoot. I usually land, but then there's another level of that. Once you get the texting, you might get left on red or something. You know what I'm saying? And you shoot again. You feel me? Okay, cool. And I got so good at it. You got 2 times to leave me on red, and then I don't talk to you anymore. I'm good.
I think I don't think it's really a waste of time. I don't think it's really a waste of time.
No.
It's just you have to be more cautious about what you and who you talk to and go about it right, asking the right questions, learning what you see online from other dates or whatever that's online, the negative stuff, the catfishing, the swindling to get you, out of your money and all that kind of stuff. Learn and see about those things. Listen to those negative things. You can easily find those stories online. So go online and check those things out or whatever before you actually really go into, dating if you don't really know, the game. You don't know what's going on. That's a good way to learn. Just go online, put it in a search or whatever, negative online dating, negative this or whatever the case would be, and you will see the stories. And then that way, not to go about that route and and take your time. You don't have to, what I'm saying? At least, if a person is not trying to be seen, and I'll be honest with you, if I'm talking to you online and I can't see you within that week and we talking every other day or so, and I can't see you on a WhatsApp or what is it, FaceTime, or even Google got their thing, as well. If I can't see you, I'm done. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. You know what I mean? Because, pictures don't mean nothing to me, so learn that. And we're going to stop on that note on the whole modern love, navigating relationships in a digital age. All right. In the digital age. But you know what time it is. It's time for Fat Boy and his history of blackness. Who we got this time, baby? Talk to me.
We got, where my music at? Boy, you been off on your music today.
You don't hear the music?
No, we don't hear the music, man.
What?
No. But no, today we got another great segment of history and blackness.
The music was playing.
Today we have a really special one. I want to continue to, before I get into this, I want to continue to advocate and also uplift our the African American people or the disabled people of the African American community that have contributed tremendously. Okay, so I kind of want to definitely say that first. And so today we have a special one, another in the crates again. Found another one. Claudia L. Jordan, born March 1972 in St. Mary, Jamaica. She is a groundbreaking attorney, advocate, and the first deaf Black woman to become a lawyer in the United States. After losing her hearing at age 8, she immigrated to the U.S. at 11, determined to challenge the barriers that once limited her. Gordon earned her BA in political science from Howard University and her JD from America's University, Washington College of Law, where she made history as the first deaf graduate. Over the past 3 decades, Gordon has held pivotal roles across government and corporate sectors, including the U.S. Department of Labor, the Department of Homeland Security, and as Associate Director of Public Engagement in the White House. Now serving as a Senior Accessibility Strategist at T-Mobile and Chair of the National Council on Disability, she continues to shape national policy and accessibility, inclusion, and equity. Her journey stands as a beacon of perseverance, proving that true power lies in transforming adversity into advocacy. This is History in Blackness, where we honor those who turn silence into strength, barriers into bridges, and struggles into legacy that echoes across generations.
There you go. History and Blackness, baby. All right. And Rob said he did hear the music.
I didn't.
Now, there you go. You just don't hear it, dog. Yeah. I hear it.
Oh, I didn't hear it. I don't know why I can't hear it. Yeah,
That's what's up. That's what's up. Before I go to the last comment, my daughter have my phone red flag. Huh? What I mean, Nick?
She was talking about the girl.
Okay. She said, give it a month worth of conversation, talking frequently. No, by then. Yeah, a month of conversation, as well as being seen, FaceTime. You don't have to meet each other face to face or whatever, but do a FaceTime or something like that. That's what I would. That's my guess. All right, man. Oh, we doing good, pretty good on time. All right, so we got a dear brothers and sisters. The question is, dear brothers and sisters, where we at?
See, Big O didn't hear it. Y'all hearing stuff.
Big O's in the house.
Rob, you hearing stuff, G? Because I ain't hearing nothing. What's this? The dear brother,
man. Dear brothers and sisters, have you ever been forced to cheat?
No. Oh, no? I do got a forced to cheat story. I got a forced to cheat story.
Or was they forced to cheat on you? Which one is it?
I got a ton of them. Talk about a whole nother story. No.
We'll talk to yeah.
I wouldn't say forced to cheat. I would say that at the time I lacked a level of emotional intelligence that thought that I was forced to cheat, in the sense of not the decision I made to cheat instead of ending the relationship. That's the thing. But however, my second child, I cheated on my first child's mother with my second child's mother. And that was due to we were dating and we were trying to start, our family, but my child's mother was a little young and her mom still had a lot of control. Her friends had a lot of control in our relationship. And it was like this Christmas. And I kind of told you about the story where she left me and took my daughter for her mom. And that kind of pushed me out there. And because I didn't know how to properly articulate or process that, I jumped out there. So I wouldn't say necessarily forced to cheat. But I'll definitely was
it
in a
pushed you.
position to where it kind of pushed me to make that decision. I was in an emotional place, but I would say that my emotions may have forced me to do it more than the act.
Okay. Forced. I mean, I think
But
some
cheating
people
is a
can
two-way street, people.
Yeah,
I need
yeah,
y'all
yeah.
to
It is a
understand
two-way
that,
street.
yeah.
You can be,
Yeah.
because you can be, some people might say you can't be forced. Like Nick said, it's a lie. You can't be, no one can force you to cheat.
People
In
can
a
push
way-
you out though.
In a way, you can be forced to give up on that relationship and move on without saying something to someone, which is still cheating because you didn't honestly break up with
You're
that,
supposed to
with
break it
that
off.
person, right? You didn't honestly break it off, but you was kind of like you already seen there was no compromise, no coming back from or whatever, and and no maybe even no more love in that with that person or whatever. So sometimes you trying to be or find someone else, on the side or whatever that you think may be better than what you already have or whatever, and and not really give up whatever you got in front of you just yet because of could be finance, could be whatever y'all have together, it could be the kid or whatever, and you kind of forced. I mean, and I'm looking at it in both, what I'm saying. I think you can be forced or whatever in certain situations, but it's not to say that it's right and it's a good thing or a negative thing, but you can be forced. Nick said no. Okay, Nick said no. You can't be forced to cheat. Let that person know and just leave. Period. And sometimes you may have a lot of other things at stake, but just leaving. You know what I'm saying? And you probably, find someone on the side that is better for you or whatever, but you can't handle or know how to handle the breakup or you haven't split up as far as like y'all finances or the dealing with divorces with the kid or whatever, all that kind of stuff. So I know I sound like I'm not siding with no one, but I'm just saying I can kind of see it happening, if that makes sense.
Absolutely, but I want to kind of piggyback off Nick's statement. I agree in the sense of that you can't be forced to do something you don't truly want to do. However, I think that if you don't, I disagree. I don't. Nick, you crazy. Threw me off my whole thing. I don't think it's the act itself. I think it's the emotional. The lack of emotional intelligence, right? To avoid the hard conversation or the uncomfortable conversation and saying, "Hey, I'm thinking about cheating, right? I'm thinking about leaving because you don't do X, Y, and Z." And so I think people find it easier, right, to cheat. So I do want to kind of piggyback on what Nick was saying in the sense of, no one could make you cheat, but someone could push you emotionally to a place that you can and that you will, or that you think about it. But if you're not emotionally intelligent, then you will go up out of there. You will jump out of there and do what you ain't supposed to do. Or you all had all intentions to do such. So
yeah, she said men always have a new women in mind plotting before leaving their mate.
I don't think so.
Always. No, I don't agree.
Now my last one I didn't, and I cried. I tried to get her back. That's false.
And that's a good point. If you're trying to get that person back, you ain't plotting at somebody else. You got somebody else on the side. Now, and if you basically like let it go and she's still trying, and you probably may have somebody on the other side, and why you leaving or whatever, then I can see that. But like your situation,
that's just a man thing. Either.
No, it's not. It's not just a man thing.
I think that's a man and woman thing. I think people who won't keep something on the side gonna keep them something on the side.
Yeah. If a woman is not getting what they want, I think they're gonna she's gonna get it. She's gonna get it somewhere.
Yes, she
somewhere.
is. Even if it's somebody taking them out to eat, even if there's somebody paying their bills and she in their face, she gonna get what she need done.
The thing about women though, the women will give you a chance to understand and try to get you to focus on what they really want and what they need. But sometimes with us men, we kind of like bullheaded and forgetting or either not ignore it or whatever, and then that woman, then she's forced to cheat. She's gonna get it from somewhere else. My thing is to just break up when you do it. You know what I'm saying? She said, "No, that's women."
Jack said, "Nah, that's women."
As I know, right?
For real, no, I agree.
Yeah, it can go both ways.
Both ways, for sure.
It can go both ways, but it was something. Oh, I was going to read y'all something real quick. So it was saying that where'd it go? Women confess what the temptation to cheat really feels like. 91% of Americans believe marital infidelity is morally wrong, according to recent Gallup poll. But that's not enough to keep everyone faithful. Sure, some of us may never be tempted, but others are constantly fighting their own genetics and stay monogamous. According to the recent research, no wonder so many people have at one time or another felt the urge to stray from their partner. True. I would say it's true. Sometimes, and even with you, when you're with somebody, right now, they do feel that urge, to want to go outside because they're not getting what they want at home, and you got to give them what they want at home. You got to listen to your mate. You know what I mean? And if you're not getting, it's gonna go that route.
And that's why I say, Nick, too, like, it's not excusing the act.
No. By no part means.
In relationships, it's another thing, right? Mm-hmm. We was talking about earlier. It goes back to what you gotta know what you entering into when you going into a relationship. If you got a man who likes certain things, or you got a woman that likes certain things, you better be able to keep up with that before you enter and commit to that relationship. If you not, be honest with yourself and be honest with that person, because it's very easy for a person to be pushed and put in that position, because a shoulder to cry on is a D to ride on. I always tell dudes that. So you better keep it cool. So if you're not keeping up your end, a
shoulder to ride. What's that?
Shoulder to cry on is a D to ride on.
I never got that one.
I did there.
Yeah.
For real, it's happened to me.
Remember that.
All that friend and best friend, while you messing up, oh boy, taking notes, my boy, and he is plotting on your girl. So you got to know these things, right? When you entering in a relationship, so you can't be sitting your girl out unsatisfied, whether
especially if they got
physically. Right, you can't spiritually, right? You cannot leave her empty, because then you are leaving an opportunity for someone to come in, Nick, right? And so I think that as a partner, when we're entering a relationship, we have to take accountability on our side on what we are doing to keep our partners with us as well.
Especially if they got a work husband or a wife, you know what I mean? So-called work husband or wives. You know what I'm saying? They can't wait till you mess up.
She get hit. Soon as broke. I can call my friend. I told my friend when we was dating, my ex, I said her name, Kira. I said, y'all going to sleep together. No, that's my friend. I said, girl, all that's my bestie and all that, babe. That soon as I mess up, he gonna slide right in. What he do, Fuel? So
right. Yep.
Lay right in.
Lay right in.
And to her credit and to my credit, right? It was some things she did, but it's some things that I may have wasn't doing either. And it's also got to take accountability in that too. And then it's also, you got to realize that some people aren't meant to be in a relationship. They're meant to be free and single. And they need, and maybe you were that person to teach them that.
Ross said, give them some news they can use.
Yeah, man, sprinkle a little game.
Right. There you go.
That's man. Yeah.
Cool. All right, man. But that's shit. That was pretty cool. That's going to do us for us, you guys. Once again, y'all see that subscribe button. Hit it. And then, if you got a dear brothers and sisters, hit us up. Am I taking your line again?
Yep, as always.
But once again, you guys, I love y'all. Rob, Nick, who else was in here tonight? O was in the house, and then we had Carrie in the house. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you guys tapping in and commenting. Hopefully we see you guys next week. If you got a topic or whatever, hit us at firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com or whatever. Let us know what your topic is, and we'll talk about it, especially if it's dear brother and sister. But I'm going to let Fat Boy, you know what I'm saying, give y'all the ups.
On the bird in the hand is right? Worth more than two in the bush, huh, Jack?
Right. I know, right?
Hey, man. I knew it.
Right.
I knew it. That was real, Jack. No. Oh, man. For any dear brothers, dear sister, please send a 30-second or 30-second, no longer than a minute clip, audio, video, or just send it through email to firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com. That's firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com. I love you, Nick. You know that always. I love every last one of y'all. Jack, always showing love. Big O, always in the building. Carrie, everybody, man. Everybody, Moms was in here. Everybody who showed love, who didn't comment, who was here. I appreciate every last one of y'all, man. We love y'all. I want to give a prayer and shouts out to Black Lift and his family right now.
Yes.
We definitely over here praying for him. We send our loves, and I want y'all to do the same, man. Send some prayers. Taylor, I didn't see you. You didn't comment. Thank you, Taylor. Taylor's in the building too. But yeah, man. I want each and every one of y'all, man, send some prayers up for Black Lift, man. And
hold on. Was Taylor making a point? Wow, what? Like you didn't say it? You didn't mention her?
I don't think I mentioned. But you didn't comment, Taylor.
That's all.
But no, Taylor in here. Thank you. I appreciate all the love and support, y'all. I really do.
All right, guys. We'll see y'all next week. And remember,
if they
talking about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason.
Peace.